I've done the math, people. We are getting new characters in Animal Crossing New Horizons. So, Nintendo has tweeted that there will be a new set of Animal Crossing amiibo cards, and this set will be known as Series 5. Why this wasn't announced in the Direct, I don't know. Regardless, this is huge news for amiibo collectors like myself. I seriously have every single Animal Crossing amiibo card, and I am pumped to collect more. Today, I'll take you through my math and how I've come to the conclusion that we will be getting new villagers and possibly new special characters. First, I do think there are a couple of different things that can happen with this set. It can either be 100 cards like the previous 4 sets, or it could be a shorter 50 card set like the Welcome Amiibo series. A Reddit user by the name of Tyforce provided us with some excellent information that actually provided evidence that we'd be getting a new series of Animal Crossing Amiibo all the way back in April this year. I have a link in the description, but the basic information is that there are 103 spaces reserved for Amiibo, and when this has happened in the past, it was for Amiibo cards. This happened for the 4 series and the Welcome Amiibo card, so I believe this could be a 100 card set or a 50 card set. Though I have some pessimistic views of some possible ways they can treat either of those scenarios, even in the worst case scenario, I believe new villagers are inevitable. So let's start with a 100 card series. Each of the previous series featured special characters and villagers. The first 3 series had 17 special characters and 83 villagers, while the 4th series had 16 special characters and 84 villagers. I imagine the new set will be similar and feature 16 to 17 special characters. There are obviously many new special characters in the game that don't have cards, but surprisingly enough, there are also existing characters in the game who haven't gotten cards at all yet. The new special characters include Daisy May, Flick, CJ, Orville, and Wilbur. Returning characters without amiibo include Harv, Wisp, and Lloyd. These characters put us at a total of 8 special characters. Additionally, we have the 8 villagers that were brand new to the game: Raymond, Audie, Sherb, Dom, Judy, Megan, Renee, and Sid. It's safe to assume these characters will make the list, and that puts us at 16 characters that are the most likely to appear in this set of amiibo cards. In a 100 card set, that leaves room for 84 more cards, so the big question here is, what can Nintendo do to fill out this set? In my most pessimistic scenario, I would guess that the 50 Welcome Amiibo cards would return in this set. They'd be redesigned from the RV cards to the character art cards. The reason I think this is possible is because we've recently seen a restock of the first 4 series of Amiibo cards, but we haven't seen the return of the Welcome Amiibo cards. Those characters exist in New Horizons, but their cards have not been restocked. If they were redone, they'd help fill out the set and give players a way to get those characters outside of villager hunting or buying the cards from online sellers. Personally, I'd be pretty sad if that were the direction they went with this series, especially because I already have all 50 of the Welcome Amiibo cards, and I'd have to get duplicates in order to get the new cards in the set. Even with that though, we'd be at 66 cards and need 34 more cards to fill the remaining slots. This is where things can get interesting. The first thing to look at is the special characters. I already mentioned that we have 8 special characters in New Horizons who don't have cards. If the special characters are going to fill 16 to 17 slots in total, what are the remaining 8 to 9 cards? This might be the last set of amiibo cards we get, and there are some important details to take into account with special characters, specifically their alternate outfits. Previous sets have featured multiple cards for a character that had them in their alternate outfits. For example, Isabelle had a card in every single set. Taking that into account, I think some obvious additions would be Tom Nook and Isabelle in their updated outfits. It makes sense to get both of them in those updated looks. Tom Nook and Isabelle each have a summer and winter outfit. If both are taken into account, they could account for 4 of the card slots. Timmy and Tommy also got a card for each of their outfits in New Leaf. In New Horizons, Timmy and Tommy have 3 different outfits. They have their Nook Inc. outfit, the first Nook's Cranny outfit, and the second Nook's Cranny outfit. Luckily, there are 2 things to note from the first 4 series. The first is that Timmy and Tommy alternate outfits. The second is that their apron from the first Nook's Cranny has already been taken into account. So, if Timmy and Tommy follow that pattern, Tommy will be shown in the Nook Inc. shirt carrying the flag, while Timmy is put in the new Nook's Cranny outfit, and that's 2 more cards right there. The last 2 cards I think we can possibly see as far as special characters go are Gullivar and an updated label. Gullivar's new pirate outfit is clearly new enough to necessitate a new card. Label could be a card for a couple of reasons. First, she is officially going by Label in this game instead of Labelle. Next, her outfit is updated from her new Leaf style, so that's another 2 cards there as well. So that makes 8 more cards that puts the total of special characters at 16. This actually lines up perfectly with previous series, but I do wonder if they'll add new special characters into the game and bring that number up a bit. I'll speculate on that a little bit later. For now, with 16 special characters and 58 possible villagers accounted for, the number is now at 74 of the 100 cards. That leaves us with 26 cards unaccounted for. From here, we've dried out the possibilities for what currently exists in New Horizons and isn't represented through the cards. The final 26 cards could be a lot of different things. They could be returning characters that have previously existed, or brand new characters that we have never seen. If we see returning characters, there are currently 84 villagers that are not in New Horizons. 73 of these are from the original game, 1 is from Wild World/City Folk, and 10 are from New Leaf. Clearly, there are more than enough villagers to fill the remaining 26 slots. Personally, I think bringing back the New Leaf villagers would be the most exciting option here. Those are the special amiibo villagers from Zelda, Splatoon, and Monster Hunter, as well as 2 Japan-only villagers. I would love to have official cards for their Animal Crossing characters rather than just having the physical amiibo used to scan them into New Leaf. The most optimal scenario would be 26 brand new villagers though. I was honestly surprised that we only got 8 with New Horizons. I think adding 26 brand new villagers would be a great way to update the game in general. Regardless of all this information, I do believe there are around 26 slots available for new characters getting added to New Horizons. They can be returning or new, but one thing is for sure, a 100 card set would mean that we're getting characters added to the game. So we've spent a lot of time looking at a 100 card set. So what does a 50 card set look like? Well, we can take a lot of the same math from before. Between the special characters and villagers, we're at 24 cards. That still leaves us with 26 cards to work with. In this scenario, I don't think they'd use Welcome Amiibo cards to fill the set. For one, there isn't enough room for them. Because of that, I think we're at the same point with a 50 card set. We still have 26 cards to work with. No matter what, I believe in my most pessimistic scenarios, we're going to be getting some new characters added to New Horizons. So, I do want to speculate about my most optimistic scenario. This one starts with the cool little fact: the Welcome Amiibo cards were actually restocked in Japan back in February. If we get an official restock of the Welcome Amiibo set, that leaves us with 50 extra spaces to work with in a 100 card set. That's right, we've got 76 open slots now. 76 is a huge amount of new characters to bring to the game. In this scenario, we really could get nearly every villager to return from previous games. But here's the thing, for me, I just still don't think that would be the most optimal. Personally, my best case scenario is a lot more brand new villagers along with brand new special characters. Even returning special characters updated for New Horizons would be exciting. What I mean by that is characters like Pelly, Phyllis, Pete, Lottie, and Digby. There are literally so many special characters that aren't in New Horizons that I think people would love to see. Even Beppe, Carlo, and Giovanni from Pocket Camp would be exciting. They've never been in a mainline game, and it would be just really fun to see what they come up with for those characters. There's some great possibilities with brand new characters too. We have some older characters in the series that could be replaced by their younger counterparts like Flick, CJ, and Daisy May did. Maybe it's time we meet Tortimer's grandchildren. We could see Phineas's grandchild, a little Wendell walrus baby, or whatever offspring came out of Shrunk. Even a redesign of Captain's daughter Layla would be a fun addition. Maybe she's a little older and setting off on her own boating trips. There really are a lot of options with new special characters, but I think the big thing with special characters is that they need to add something substantial to the gameplay. I mean, the existing special characters are already feeling pretty stale. We need updates to the existing characters in general, but I think some fresh faces would really bring the excitement to log in and see if they're around. Optimally though, they'd be added as permanent additions to the island and give us daily tasks. Luckily, Brewster is for sure confirmed, and I forgot to mention, if Brewster gets an updated look, I think he'd be a perfect card to add to Series 5 as well. So let's talk about villagers. Personally, I'd want them to introduce a huge amount of brand new villagers. In my wildest dreams, we'd free up those 50 welcome amiibo slots and leave room for tons and tons of new ones. My biggest wish here would be new species. Give me turtles, give me bats, give me foxes, owls, hedgehogs, anything to shake up the current animal types. It was such a shame we didn't get a single new species in New Horizons. And sure, we have species that have been represented through special characters, but I'm tired of that being a reason not to have villagers of those species. Especially when we have cat and dog villagers and cat and dog special characters, for crying out loud. Give me turtles! Overall, if I got my most optimal scenario, we'd have tons of new villagers to fill a 100 card set. But even outside of that scenario, I think my most pessimistic view puts us at 26 new characters added to New Horizons. And that's huge. That is not a low number. I think that would do a lot to make people excited to check in and go villager hunting. I know for a fact it would get people excited to buy some packs of the new series. Please let me know what you would like to see them add to this set in the comments. I appreciate you spending some time with me doing some math and speculating, and I really look forward to hearing from you all. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all next time. Bye!